Paper Sean presents the notes borrowed from the smartest kid in class and double-checked by an award-winning teacher. Everything you need to ace math. And one big, fat notebook from the brains behind the Brain Quest. The people who wrote this card series. A very fun way to start your education and also a way to quest your brain. Also a good way to be a fan. And to cool yourself off while learning at the same time on a very, very, very hot day. Yep, that'll do. This is not an ad, and this video is not sponsored by BrainQuest. But it is good to give credit to the authors when they haven't even written their names. I mean, even the pen names. So, that's it. Let's get started with today's episode of Unit 4, Geometry, Part 1, Introduction to Geometry. Oh well, let's get started. Alright, for the introduction to geometry, today I will just keep it short and simple. Firstly, what is geometry? Geometry is the branch of mathematics that deals with lines, shapes, and space. Here are some key concepts in geometry. So let's draw a graph. Alright, so terms and definitions and the symbols and the examples. Alright, firstly, let's do the line segment. Now, a line segment is a part of a line that has two endpoints. Simple as a horizontal bar above the two endpoints. Let's call the endpoints A and B, and an example of it is this. A and B. For a line that continues forever in both directions. And its symbol is a horizontal arrow above 2 points on the line. Basically this. Here is an example. And then array, a line with only one endpoint. And the symbol is, let's use C and D. A horizontal line that extends in one direction, and the endpoint must be named first. Alright, a point. A point is an exact location in space. The name of, and it's just the name of the point. In this case, let's call it A. Point A. And then parallel lines. Lines that are always the same distance apart and they never ever intersect. And it's just two vertical bars between the two lines. Let's call the two lines M and N. So they're parallel. And sometimes on the line we actually put this symbol on it to say that it's parallel. And an angle. An angle is formed by two rays with the same endpoint. And this little acute angle version, I'll explain later what an acute angle is. Little symbol, and then the name of the angle itself. And that is almost done. Alright, let's do more tables. Alright, firstly, vertex. The vertex is the point of intersection of the rays or lines that form an angle. And the name of the angle that forms the vertex, or the point that starts with the angle. Watch this. It's either this or this. This dot is the vertex. A right angle. A right angle is a 90-degree angle. Symbol is basically this. Usually we mark it with that little box thingy there. Oh, that's another right angle. Perpendicular lines are two lines that form a right angle. And here is its symbol. And because there are two right angles written there. And then now for congruent lengths or the congruent angles, the shapes, line or angles are equal in size, and this is their mark. Congruent And so now that these are all explained, let's continue on. Alright, let's start with some geometric shapes. Alright, for geometric shapes, plane geometry deals with the flat shapes, such as squares and circles. Flat shapes are two-dimensional or 2D. A polygon is a closed plane figure, so it's two-dimensional with at least 3 straight sides. Polygons, 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 polygons. Not a polygon because it has rounded sides. Here you go. Not a polygon either. A polygon because it's all straight sides. At least that's the most I could draw of it. Now, solid geometry deals with solid shapes such as cubes and spheres. We have them everywhere. This, and even the phone you're using or computer you're using to watch this video is probably most likely a 3D shape. A polyhedron is a 3D figure. Now, this is a cone. It's a 3D shape. This is, let's just call it a cube, because let's just say that these are all the same size when they don't look like the same size. All right, this is a polyhedron. And well, yeah. Oh yeah, and last piece, how about we draw a bed of cheese? We draw a bit of cheese. And so, yeah, a mouse would definitely enjoy it. A mouse would definitely enjoy it. Let's draw a mouse so they can eat the cheese. And for some reason, it's refusing to. Alright. So, tools for geometry. There are many tools for geometry. Sometimes they just combine it together. Other times you just have to buy it separately if they're a bit cheaper that way. So, the tools for geometry. Here are some tools that can help us with geometry problems. And these tools provide clearly marked intervals to help us determine the length of a line or the measurement of an angle, etc. on a diagram. Alright. Most of these are usually metal. And usually we buy them as plastics, but yeah. Here is a ruler. this ruler marks all of the centimeters. Sometimes they even have inches at the bottom and centimeters on the top, so you can compare them. And this one has specially a conversion table written at the back. Alright, and now that we're done with rulers, the most obvious one possible, let's get on with a protractor. This is a protractor. Now, it may not seem special, but it is. For one thing, it is one of the most important things that you need to be able to measure an angle. So let's quickly draw an angle. So let's say we want to draw a 40-degree angle in this direction. Well, put this little line over here. Put this line right on top so that it overlaps with the line it already has. Then put one as the vertex. Put this middle point right here. That will be the vertex of the angle. And put that onto the vertex of the angle you really want to have. Then look carefully, because in this direction it will be 0, 10, 20. But in this direction, 0, 10, 20, you have to be careful here. So 40 degrees, mark one here, and then draw a line straight from it. Also, if you don't want it this long, then, well, just draw it from there. And then you will get 40 degrees. You don't like this? You're allowed to erase it. But then, let's say that we had an angle. Let's say this angle. How do we measure it? Well, same concept. Put this on the vertex, line it up, and see where the angle goes to. So, okay, let's measure that. So it goes to 122 degrees. And that is one of the most easiest ways to measure an angle. I also just showed you how to draw one. And now, set triangles. Alright, set squares. Set squares, or I guess everyone usually called them triangles. Triangles back in my day. Now, there are two types of set squares. The 30, 60, 90 type, or the 45, 90 type. This is basically an isosceles triangle where there's 45 degrees and 190 degrees. While this one is a scalene triangle with 30 degrees, 60 degrees, and 90 degrees. And here's a very, 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 very good way to draw these. Draw the parallel lines and perpendicular lines. They're really easy to draw, by the way. And we'll need a lot more paper because I pretty much used it up. But as I'm going to stick to my one paper each video rule, I am going to stick to that rule. Actually, let me use a plastic ruler this time because metal, I almost cut myself. How about we use this ruler? A protractor and a ruler. Very easy. Okay, so we want to draw a line that is perpendicular to this one. Then draw that line. Get your two set squares. Get your one set square. Slide it and mark it. Make sure that none of the rulers move. And then, well, draw a line that intersects both of them perpendicularly. Alright, now let's find out how to draw a line that is perpendicular, a perpendicular line. Firstly, draw a line easily. Get a set square. Oh, wait a second. Draw a line, set square. 90-degree angle and a perpendicular line. Easy enough to do and easy enough to understand. It doesn't matter which set square you use, by the way, so just be careful of the ways you do it. And that is the end of this episode. So I hope you guys did enjoy this episode. And if you guys did enjoy this episode, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. And I'm out. Peace.